It's been about a year since I got a haircut, so before and after. Look at that, fresh. Still a mullet, but way sexier, right? Let's go get my wheels. Anyone else switch from Monsters to Red Bull all the time? I kind of switch it up all the time. Today, bringing out my True Kyle. Man, I do this all the time. I came up here, I didn't even realize it was lunchtime. I just like, as a content creator, I can't keep track of the time anymore. The time and the days, it's all just, it's a blur. I don't know what day of the week is anymore. It's probably like Friday. Got my wheels, they look amazing. Front track width, 72 inches to the outside of the tire. Rear track width, 70 inches to the outside of the tire. So it's slightly wider in the front than in the rear. That should be ride height. We do have to build the suspension. We also got, oh my God, it's actually so heavy. This is a drive shaft axle for the inner. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit the outer. I was hoping to get lucky in that the outer CV joint would fit the Miata hub. It does not, it's too big. So I ordered some Miata axles too. We'll have to like hybrid those things together and just jank them together for now. Not doing this currently. I want to finish this thing up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build the bar that goes to the front. There's already one that's made, but I have to cut it and rework it around the intercooler. So that's what I'm gonna do first. First up, cut it down the middle around the intercooler where it's gonna hit. And it should bolt back into place for now. Now in order to do this, I need to make sure that these tabs are in place. In order for these tabs to be in place, the bumper needs to fit. In order for the bumper to fit, I need to cut a little bit out where we put the charge piping in the side. First things first, doing some cutty. I love it. I love cutting stuff. Actually, the bumper smells really bad. Some sort of plastic bumper too. Oh my God. It burns. Holy shit. Oh. What is that? It can't be good when it burns that much. It's like that STD you get when you pee and it burns. We'll see if this majiggy helps. Buff, man. Ugh. We definitely have to get the bumper to fit perfectly before building that top bar, because the top bar supports the bumper. More cutting required, and cutting he did. Just have to clearance the bumper right here a little tiny bit more. Fits, kind of maybe, I don't know, I didn't fully bolt it up yet. That's how the bumper looks currently. We could definitely notch it a little bit more right where the intercooler end tanks are, but pretty straight shot into the radiator there, and then pretty straight shot into the intercooler up here. You kind of sacrifice a little bit because there's no holes in the front of a Mustang bumper. If you wanted to, you could cut this section out right here and put like a mesh screen in it and it would work a lot better, but worst case Ontario, you can do that. Try it like this. Now we gotta build this bar. These tabs line basically nowhere up where they're supposed to. So I'm probably gonna cut this bar off at the joints here, reposition it, build new tabs, and make it fit this turbo kit. Now we're gonna take this piece of pipe, and this is gonna go in between these two pieces of pipe. Maybe? Something like this. All welded up. We just have to grind off the little nubs we left from the little support brackets. Oh, it's hot. Why would I touch that? You can even see it smoking on this side. Grind off these little nubs, and then we're gonna re-weld those on after. Now these should just fit in here like these, if we didn't shrink it too much from welding. Both supports are in. You can see them right here. And then this piece is it's hot. This piece is actually pretty strong because it's supported from here and then that little thing. So if we want to put hood pins, probably right here in this area. It's not perfectly even, but I don't have a bender for 3/4 pipe. So this is about as good as we're gonna get. So like this rod is like right here. I'm gonna mount one to the intercooler on the top right there just to hold it in place, and then maybe something to hold the radiator as well, because nothing is holding the radiator right now. Just keep vibing, baby. Made up some quick little brackets here. bolt those on, tack weld those on, and then we'll weld them on later, but that's just to hold the bumper up. I mean, those are super sophisticated brackets that only I could make, and no one else could ever make those, so just like, I don't want to downplay my skills at all. I told you they were super sophisticated. Now we're gonna mount the radiator. I think you're supposed to soft mount the radiator, meaning it's not supposed to touch anything that's grounded. So it's rubber bushings on the bottom. We're gonna put rubber bushings on the top. Drilled some holes in this thing. I put a grommet in there. I'm gonna do the same on this side, and then we're gonna build a little bar and plate that comes off of this thing to the radiator, and then that's gonna bolt together on the radiator. Hoping that works. Somebody's gonna be like, you're an idiot, doesn't matter, but there's something to do with electrolysis and like things and science and stuff like that that is way over my head. And I got a pretty tall head because I got business in the front, party in the back. Pilot holes first. The last one was 1/2 inch. Oh. Plus 1 size on the step bit. That's how I measured it. Very sciencey. Just fabbed up 2 oval tabs like this. What we'll do now is we'll take a piece of that pipe, we'll weld it to here, and then we'll cope it to this pipe, and we'll just have a pipe that goes straight in like this, radiator bolts to that, and then if you ever want to pull anything off, you just pull this front clip off. It's just these 2 bolts, the 2 on the bottom, 2 on the side, 2 there, and then basically you can just yank everything up through the top. Thinking. You got to think about if you're on a drag and drive and time is of the essence, you need to be able to just rip all the shit out of there real fast. How you think I know? Happened to me before once.
Could happen to you, cause it happened to me.
Had to rip both cylinder heads off of the track, tubed a bunch of valves, still made it, still had like a 6.3 second 8th mile average. Not fast, but it put me in the top 50 of the drag and drive. The biggest question, does Kyle's eyeball guessing fit? Oh, we a little bit short, dude. We a little bit short. That's not right. Honestly, that doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. I could also just strengthen it even more. Come from a bar from like here to there, but I don't think it's gonna be necessary, so probably won't do that. I can mount the intercooler to this tab right here, and I'm thinking about doing that also, but right now I think the intercooler is pretty fine where it is. Once you get this clamp on right here and the 2 bottom clamps on, this isn't really moving anywhere. It doesn't have anywhere to move anyways. I'm surprised I got this all to fit in here. I'm a genius.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Sometimes I like to just take like 1 step back and look at something as a whole unit instead of just like an individual piece to make sure it all flows together well. I'm gonna grab the intake pipe. Yeah, like just as a whole, I feel like the whole thing is coming together now. A lot of ideas I can take from this one and put into mine too, which is gonna be great. Ooh, my knee popped. Anyways, I got this big ass bung here. And this is what we're gonna use for a top rad hose. We've got to pull the radiator out and the water pump out. Somehow put this giant thing on there. It's -20. A little overkill, but we got to put that in there. And I got to talk over the heater because the heater's really loud because it's cold in Canada. Oh, I'm just in a party vibe right now, dude. I need more friends. Got the magic in me. Boom, perfect little wiener nub there. Just gotta add another one over here. So we gotta cut this one off, put another 20A in there, and then 2 little tight radius 90s, piece of hose, perfect. The top cap over here, this is gonna get cut off because we're going to run a 6AN from here up to here as like a little bleeder to the top of the rad, and then this is gonna be our new high fill point, so that's where we're gonna put our cap. Just follow along for the ride, man. The last 3 months, crazy. I'm telling you, 2023 is Gene and I's year. We're killing it right now. Facebook's popping off, YouTube's popping off, OF is popping off. Like, man, Lambo soon, baby. This should come out as a unit. In theory, everything's always just in theory around here because we don't know if it's gonna work or not. Nice. And that doesn't weigh much at all, but it was pretty strong for how much it didn't weigh. Nice, and this thing didn't weigh much at all, which should really alarm me. Because it actually had lots of strength, it should alarm me that I probably made my F1 cart way too heavy because it's really heavy and this is not heavy and it has a lot of strength. Once again, in theory, it should just kind of pull out of here. Yep. All right, we're gonna cut out a circle plate for this one and weld that on and put a -6 bung in it. And then this one gets the -20 bung and we should be set to put this back in. Here's our jank ass hose coming from the bottom. Not even that jank ass, I just wanted to say that. I forget what I used the hole saw for last, but I've misplaced it already. Eyeballing it always works best. No! Actually, I'll just put the other end in the vise now. I'm making so much of a mess right now. Yeah! Once again, 909 channel lock pliers coming in clutch with the bead rolls. Walk it around, walk it around. Mint. They're kind of getting pointless because I think bead rollers on Amazon are like 20 bucks, but you know, don't kill my vibe. All right, well these up now. Little gremlin back there. Getting stuff done. Little suspension gremlin.
So convenient having a hole in your floor. Pop right out.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
One intercooler pipe welded. We've got the other one to weld up. I'm just letting this one cool. We attached it to a V-band clamp so you don't weld the flange, obviously. Next up, we have to mount our Black Sheep Industries blow-off valve. This thing is unique in itself in that you can never drop the valve into the engine. So like something like eBay junk, the valves can actually fall out of the blow-off valve, go in your engine, ruin your entire engine. This one, because the mating flange is in the actual flange, you can never drop the valve into the motor. And then look how thick this thing is. This is a fabricator's dream because some of the blow-off valve flanges I've ever seen, they warp as soon as you put heat into them. We thought about that. You'll never have that problem. And it doesn't weigh anything, so why don't you put some meat on there? Exactly. Black Sheep Industries. And there we go. Big old gaping hole. So we're trying to turn the car around, but the new weight of the engine on the front means that the car sits super low, so we have to raise it up a little bit. It's like this low.
Gangster lean.
So just raise it up a little bit. Try and get this thing turned around so we can put the gas tank in it, the hitch mount, stuff like that. Since, you know, most of the sexy up here is done. Yeah. Hard to believe this came in here with nothing in it. So instead of moving this out in the snow and trying to push it back in, which is next to impossible, this might be able to get pushed out, but we had to, you know, ratchet strap it up so it has tension. Hopefully it doesn't fall apart, but push that out and turn this around in here, it'll be easy. The steering should work now. Look at that, it's rolling.
You get some pretty cool shots of it outside.
I'm gonna, I think.
Here, one sec. I'm gonna grab my toque because my head gets cold.
I might move this. So wide. It's like, it honestly is just as long.
It's the size of a car, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like getting super excited to see mine on the ground.
You were gonna put it off for 2 years. We're gonna install another hook on this side of the garage, and then we turn the car around. I don't know, somewhere here, because I'm gonna move the car the other way anyways. Super precise and precision. Only the best from Boosted Lifestyle. If anybody says anything else, they're liars. Just gotta hold the ratchet strap. Perfect. Bam! BSI blow-off valve right there. Black Sheep Industries, our own company. Make sure to check it out. Boosted Lifestyle gets you 10% off. They're only like 200 bucks, man, and they look beautiful. The new versions, this is an older version. The new versions are all black. They don't have this chrome piece, so they look super stealthy. They sound super good. And look at it, it just fits so well with the True North turbos. This thing looks, oh, I wish this one was mine, but I gotta build one better than this one, and faster. Now the reason the car is turned around is we have to put the fuel cell in there, the flooring in the back, and we have to build a hitch for drag and drive events, because that's primarily what this will be used for. Full on street car, drag and drives. We're gonna pull the bumper off, see what we can do about a hitch, and then when you're waiting for a secondary tank to weld the two tanks together, and then we can build that part. A lot of things we're waiting on all the time, but let's get the bumper off first, see where we can go from there. Stupid bumper is off. I'm pretty sure that these things right here are like old school makeshift like dampers for like when you get into an accident. So not gonna weld to those things because it would be stupid to pull from this. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut that off, like flush within there, weld a plate on there, and that's what we're gonna build our bar with. I've gotta get some square tube like this because that's what we're gonna make our hitch out of so it's nice and strong. And I'm thinking, tell me if I'm wrong here, we're gonna put the tank in the middle. It's gonna be extra wide. We're gonna go from this bar right here that's connected to the frame rails, we're gonna connect that to the bar that we're gonna put back here to make it extra strong. We're gonna brace it every way that we need to. And yeah, that's my plan for the rear end. Unfortunately, today's Sunday. I'm in my flamingo shirt, so I'm not gonna do any work right now, obviously. I just edited for 2 hours, but that's beyond the point. Make sure to go down in the description. There's gonna be a link tree. There's gonna be all my socials. The Black Sheep stuff is there. All Gina's links are there too. You can find everything you wanna find there. And like I said, this year's gonna be fun. I ordered a ton of stuff from my Hemi Fox. I ordered some pistons and rods. I got an intake manifold coming. I got a Holly coming. I got the trans here. Like it's gonna be, got a True North turbo being custom built for me. We're gonna build 2 of them. We're gonna put 1 on my car, and I think we're gonna try and sell the other one as a matching pair, but there's only 2 gonna be made like this. But you just look at it, look at that thing. It looks so good. I'm so stoked about this thing. After we're done with the tank and stuff, it's actually gonna go to Colby's house. He's gonna do the wiring on it. My Fox is gonna come over. We're gonna start doing that. And then my Fox, once the fab work is done, is actually gonna go to Colby and he's gonna wire it. And that's like our little bartering thing where I'll fab this for him and he'll do the wiring on mine because I hate doing wiring. So it kind of works out in the end. And I promise the next video will be out before the next 7 days. It's just the last 3 months have been a little bit wild between like Facebook popping off and doing other things and signing deals and like making videos. It's been good, baby. Life has been good. Finally figured out this internet thing. See you guys in the next one. Peace easy. Get that V.